So after about a week, I decided to do a little remodeling of the campsite. First and foremost, I had to put our sign up on the front. Gotta represent, since I don't have any stickers on the front. I started cleaning the cap. You can kind of see the bottom half is pretty clean, the top half isn't. Once it cools off a little bit, maybe in the morning, I'll grab out the ladder and start doing it in sections with the bug and tar remover. Come around here to the actual site. We decided to put up the blue canopy because it's been pretty windy out here and the awnings were flopping around, didn't want to ruin it. Our little barbecue station. We got the propane fire pit down there for when we want it. Lareka and I love watching our sports out here, so we set up the big TV out here. A new and improved campsite. We're here about 3 more weeks, so who knows? It may get remodeled again. You never know. So today, I am going to be permanently installing STARLINK. For the last few days since we hooked it up, I've just had it running through an open door. The door is obviously not secured like that. So I ordered some grommets. And what I'm going to wind up doing is drilling a hole right here for the wiring to go down. I've got a mount. We're going to mount this up on the wall right there. We've got our power, so then our STARLINK will be permanently mounted underneath, and we shouldn't have any issues with it. Now we've got a nice hole in here. Got sawdust in my face. Let me get the vacuum. Let me clean all this mess up. We got our rubber grommets, and we're going to finish it up. All right, rubber grommets in. We get the wire fed through. Next step is to get the mount up here on the wall. This is a generic wall mount for internet routers. I saw it on another channel. I'll put a link down in the description. But it's just going to go right here. The router's going to mount right there. Yeah.
So what are you up to? Tell me what you're doing.
Just putting in the last of the frame for the STARLINK, and then we're good to go. It's got enough room underneath here for the wires to pass through. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. And the wires fit through the bottom. And the grommet, because we're not leaving this thing in all the time, the grommets are there just so when you're pulling the wire, it doesn't
scar it. Will it keep the bugs out? Is it tight enough to keep bugs out when you go through there?
It's pretty tight. I think eventually I might put another one under.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
I think eventually I might put another one underneath, and then I'd have to glue them. I have to glue them into the wood. But for right now,
it works.
And there's the finished project.
Why did you go with that option instead of putting in a new jack with an exterior jack and leaving it always plugged in? Just the ease of getting it done for now?
Where you at? I did not want to drill a hole through the side of the RV.
Not yet. Too brand new?
Too brand new. So we are not drilling holes in the side of the RV. I got away with drilling a hole just in the wood right here, because right underneath here, it's nothing. The underbelly doesn't start till the middle. So it was literally just raw wood here. That's it.
Cool.
Fun.
Alrighty.
Alright, so since we decided to install the STARLINK, I had to get all the tools out of there in order to do it. Might as a good time to organize all the tools so I can actually know where everything is. We've got a couple extra tubs, so here we go. Time to organize. It's a non-stop job, you know, full-time RV life. Here we go. little more organized now. I still have a few more areas to organize, and I'm dreading this one.
I tried to do a little bit of modification on the RV to gain a little bit more storage, and I was thinking all this wasted space up here is perfect for tables and outdoor carpets, stuff like that, that takes up a lot of space in the front cargo bay, which is minimal for me. I'm going to put some eye bolts inside of here to hold the other side of the net. As you can see down here, these are able to go into the side. These came with it, and I can just hook this straight up here. I'll double wrap it so it doesn't pop off real easy. Give it a good tie wrap, some wire to hold it on tight. But then over here, I was gonna try to put it up into the ceiling, into the steel, but didn't have the right drill bit, didn't want to trash what I had, so improvise, adapt, and overcome. I had wood fitting eye bolts, self-tappers. I just drilled a pilot hole, pulled down a piece of insulation, which I'll put back up, put one here, and put one over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these clips and I'll just clip one over there and clip one over here. That way I can take it down and up whenever I need it to. So that's where I'm sitting right now. There you have it. So now what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to stack stuff here. It'll use this net, and the net will keep it from sliding into my hydraulics, my electronic fuses, and down into my battery boxes. And I'm going to test it on the way down from this trip, and if it works out well, then I think I have my storage solution for going full time. Went out to my storage bay about an hour and a half ago to open the door to water on the floor, water dripping down from the door as I lifted it up, and water coming out of a hole, which I traced back to my master bathroom sinks, which we had a few drips. We knew we did. We've been putting a rag down there just to catch the occasional drips, but got worse. So I traced it back into the bottom of my cabinet, which is just a little tiny hole, and there was T-fittings in there that teed off the supply to both sinks in the master bath. Getting those T-fittings was impossible without doing what I had to do, and thank goodness Kevin came over. He's only a couple spots down from me, and between the two of us, had to open up the whole bay, cut a bunch of tie wraps, get some extra flex into the hose, get a little more play in the hose to bring those T-fittings up through the floor under my sink to where I can reach the PEX fittings on the T-fitting. 2 T-fittings, 3 PEX fittings, 6 fittings, 6 leaks had to be tightened. So far, crossing my fingers, we got everything fixed. While I was under there, found some dried water spots and in a small water spot, traced it back. The main supply that splits from outside to go to the water heaters and everywhere else. Again, no Teflon tape on any threaded fittings, and all the PEX fittings needed to be tightened. Once it's done, no drips. So for now, emergency averted. A little bit of tracing things back and looking how it works and having the right tool. Got it fixed. There's a service tech right next door to me, a mobile service tech fixing a guy's awning, but he said he had the fittings if I needed them, but I didn't. I went ahead and got it all taken care of. A little help from Kevin, so thank you. Appreciate it. At least it was a nice day. We're up here in Clintswell. The weather is only about 72 degrees, so nice breeze coming through the bay while we're working. So it wasn't that bad. It was just, I'm a big guy and I don't move like I used to, and it's a small spot, but we got it done. Like I said, perseverance, a little bit of knowledge of what you're doing, trace the problem back, and have the right tools, and everything went great. So that's it for today.
And today we are going to go fishing at, what's it called, Lake Mary?
Lake Mary.
Lake Mary. So
It's very, very full right now.
yeah, so we're kind of excited about that.